Hello, 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 hello. How are we? Oh, for the love of crap. Dave's an idiot. Hello. Hello, Keelan, Matthew, David, Monster Charlie, Witchy, Simulator Gaming, Landy. Hello, Rob. Let's get the HUD up. You always know when the last thing I've done is recorded a video because the HUD is up. Or down, I should say. So what do we want to do today? I'm just gonna tab around. Do I want to sort the pigs out a bit? I could sort out their silo, but I'm not going to. Ah, yes, there are fields that need to be fixed from the course playing, isn't there? I have no music. That should have fixed the music issue. The music seems to be very quiet. Is the music now audible? I'll need updates on the music front. How am I? I'm good. I'm awake, unlike Landy. Yes. I'm just gonna turn it up another 2 clicks. There we go. Music's gone wonky, of course. Only just, yeah, turn it up another few clicks. There we go. I don't know why it does that. It just... like, it's the same problem Landy has where it'll just randomly change its volume when you're not looking. What cheese do I dream about? All of them. Now it seems too loud. There we go. Yeah, Landy, I'm pretty sure the unsub bug is still a thing if you were just watching Stream Warrior. Or the stream in general. Because if you weren't, 3 just dropped. Immediate, like instantly. Hello, Jamie. How am I? I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I've been watching that for a while. I'll be honest. YouTube is still borked. The unsub bug is still a thing. You like flying turtles? Interesting. I think the music's just going to be a complete douche for this entire stream. Because it seems too loud now. Can't wait for this map done. I'm guessing that means you're on console. Speaking of maps, I know I've been saying it for a while. I think tonight is the night that I actually start working in GE again. Hello, Lewis. Try 30 dB. Well, that means I've got to actually open up the thingy. That's minus 31. That's as close as I'm gonna get because it's all mouse controlled and I'm terrible with the mouse controls for it. You saved yourself this morning. What did you do now, Eddie? Let's seed in this field. Some barley, I think. Hello, Fahy. This is what, field 16? Yes, field 16. I think I've got a plough course. I do. As ridiculous as it sounds, the plough course does work. You saved yourself somehow. I've got the Fast Track 8000. Why do I have the Fast Track 8000 with mowers? Oh, because I was moving the mowers at the end of the last stream. Okay. Or at the end of the... Oh, this is from the last thumbnail. Okay, yes. Now I know what I'm doing. That was not what I wanted to do. She no longer thinks you're weird. Well, she thinks wrong now. Hello, Fent1050. How are you doing today? Let's just get this in here like that. And I actually do need to check. I know one of West Coast is out on different platforms. It won't be for a long time, Night's Life. I would... Being honest, I'd be surprised if it's going to come out in console before Christmas. Bullet Bill's got 75,000 different problems to fix. And when you get that volume of issues, it's not going to be a 5-minute job. Plus he's got personal issues going on as well. So it maybe is going to be several months before we hear any proper updates. Like, it may be several months before Bullet Bill even puts it back up on the mod hub. Or attempts to get it back up there. So don't expect to see it anytime soon. Tell me the most creepy thing about you, my face. It's gonna be silage bales or normal grass bales. I have no idea. I haven't decided. My bot says that I'm creepy. Oh, that's because... No, I wrote that because I occasionally pop into general voice chat if I spot people in there on their own and make loud noises to scare them. On a related note, don't ever go into my general voice chat on your own, because you will get loud noises. Very nice tonight. Very nice. Hello, Derek. I see you've decided to go with Twitch today. Hello, Case 5130, JCB 526S. And Hazza, hello. You want me to scare you now? No. I know where you can get a flying turtle. No. I don't, actually. Hello, Crystal Ray. I'm in one of those states of mind where I don't actually know what I want to say at all. AC, hello. So we are windrowing here, which is good. I can't actually remember what my plan for this grass was. I'm sure there was one, but I just can't remember it. I think, and I want to say that it was pulling the existing silage out of the silo, putting this grass into ferment, and then putting the existing silage back in on top of it. I think that might be what I was planning, actually. What version of Courseplay do I have? .00194. Which is out of date, but yeah. Was that not the plan on Upton? Upton, the plan was... No, Upton, the plan is to sell it all. This is the problem when doing similar things on both maps. I should probably not do this as much. I think Upton the plan is... Yeah, the plan on Upton is to sell all the silage and bring in the grass on top of it then. We'll get Courseblade to sell all the silage. Which I'm still impressed that I managed to get that course to actually work. I get the feeling it'll be a bit more difficult on the west coast to get that course working correctly. Can I fix your name on Discord? No. Hello, Farming Sim fan, FSF. Sheep. I could bring this down to the sheep, but I've got the grasshopper down there and it's still fairly full. Like, the grasshopper is basically my sheep stuff. And it's still fairly full. I do actually want to check how the animals are doing in terms of food. So old is 212 now. Yeah, I thought as much. I went mowing yesterday for foraging grass for silage. No, yes, I actually did. But the plan's slightly different there, Faye. Like I said, I shouldn't be doing similar things on both maps, but I am right this second. Ah! FSF is you, Blash. Hello, Sam Ben. Did you miss anything? No. I haven't flipped anything yet, so the stream's unofficial as of yet. Cows then... I could, but then again I could just bring the grasshopper over here and, you know, dump a load of grass into the cows from that. There's... Most of the solutions involving just pure grass I can use the grasshopper for, except silage. What I could also do is actually straight up copy what I'm doing on Upton, bring this over to the BGA right now, and just have it there for when I'm mowing up field 17. And the plan for that is silage. Because there's still, you know, 35,000 litres of silage in the clamp. And the grass is regrowing here, so it's kind of fine. Love the pink? Well, thank you very much, speed is key. It's for a good cause, so... I mean, there have been people complaining about it, I genuinely don't care what they say. There's a coon pack, it has a baler with a wrapper built in. I do, Sam. And that wrapper can actually do pink bales. As can the square bale wrapper. I'm surprised I'm still doing that job, because you usually get bored and do something else. I really enjoy grass work. This is one of the most relaxing jobs in Farm Sim for me. Hello, GD. Can I do that then? I could, but I did that in that field just over there. You can see it there. I'm going to completely shock Fahy now by putting this away before I do anything else. Because suddenly I am being neat. The cows do need to be cleaned out a bit, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. There you go. And do you know what? Yeah, we'll make forage silage, because this has been blocking the road here for quite a while. Hello, Simulate. Faye has been appeased. And he's probably gone into shock now because I never put stuff away. Okay, B. Z is for silage additives. Oh, they were already on. So let's turn the silage additives on. We will have to set the cruise down to about 15 kilometers an hour. I want to say 13 is looking solid. Yep, 13 kilometers an hour will do for this, because this does have a blocking script installed. If I am on 100% active load for too long, it will block up. Parks realistically, then drives through a hedge. I had to level it out somehow, Sim. Had to even it all out. It wouldn't be me if I did everything realistically. It'd be you. Deutsche Panzer, there's no need for the caps. Farmer Dad, how am I doing? I'm doing good. I missed a good race last night. You were complaining on TeamSpeak that it was terrible, Rob. Yeah, I distinctly remember you coming on TeamSpeak and saying, "Oh my god, the race is terrible." GT race, not Bathurst. I don't particularly care about the fact that I missed a GT race. I watched a decent bit of the Formula 1 this morning before I went to bed. It was yesterday, Monster. And I know why, and I'll stand by that, actually. I'm okay. So we're 90%, almost full now. The only reason I'm doing it right is because of my favorite job. This is partially true. Although if I was doing it 100% the way that I wanted, I'd have a trailed forage harvester. No, Monster would be okay for now. Let's see the new Chevys for NASCAR next year. That's a racing series I just can't get behind. There's no real... I'm gonna be blunt. There's no real racing in NASCAR. Because... while the cars are all very even, and that's great, it is effectively rigged. Because once or twice a year... I know you did. I know you did, Users 1. You got banned for advertising. Consistently. Twitch looks better. So let's get this into the VGA. Yep, totally legit there. Hello, Viral Hazard. How are you doing today? Oh, Faye's making fun of Sim again, and oops. What? What? I'm pretty sure that's not how physics or tires work. Wild Pink, it's for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Viral. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a lot of stuff goes pink this month. When it's fermenting, put time on 15. Sam, there's plenty of other things to be doing while the silage is fermenting, so no. Your iPad is glitched as the screen is pixelated. No, it's looking like something's gone wrong with the encoding, actually. Let me just check something here. Oh, I'm not... Why has it gone auto to 360? No, it's fine for me. I'll just, swapped YouTube up to 1080p and it looks fine to me. Hello, Pedro. Why is my name in chat? That's the Twitch chat. So when you see my name in chat, that's somebody talking on Twitch. That's why the first thing is a name in brackets. Nowadays, being a race car driver. I would actually do some racing streams, but I know nobody'd watch them. Because, like I could stream Project Cars 2 or Forza or something like that, but just nobody would watch them and that kind of sucks. Because I love racing games. Granted, I play Forza with an Xbox controller, not a wheel. But, I'll commit sacrilege on myself. Come on. Get out of the way! I could crush you if you weren't made of unobtainium. You got to list rules on Twitch chat, you can't speak. You gotta click accept on the rules, Eddie. Next time weigh yourself, see how heavy it is. It weighs at least one entire American. You love racing games? I do as well, but one thing I've noticed is that the vocal people who say, oh, I'd watch this, I'd watch this, I'd watch this, they're the ones that'll show up, yeah, but it just... doesn't result in a stream actually having people in. Get tanked or Fent, don't make demands, please. I hate it when people make demands. What's up? Oh, stream's official. I flipped it. You can tell I love racing games by the way I'm driving the tractor. Yeah. It's so easy. So easy to drive these things fast and flip it. Try streaming it and see what happens. I might. I don't know. Go on the Grand Prix today. Lewis Hamilton, as much as... I knew he would, and then he was acting and pretending like he knew he wouldn't, and... It's kind of... It annoys me. To no end. It was a terrible race, and I was trying to watch it on Air Sport 1. Now, I turned on the race, or what should have been the race, about 5 minutes in. And, coverage said it'd be Formula 1. TV guide on the Air Sport app said it'd be Formula 1. It was a documentary on surfing. And then a football game. Users won't know you're not getting unbanned. Monster, will you just deal with it, please? Because you're begging and demanding now, and I'm not dealing with it. You're banned for a reason on YouTube. You're trying to get around it by using Twitch. And you're just being annoying and derailing the stream. Hello, Payne and Sons and GP. The only way to find out how many people watch a racing game stream is to try... This is true, but Landy did try streaming Forza not too long ago and he had like 20 people. He's been banned, Pedro. Monster dealt with it. Steady. Landy can't race. This is true, I am at least 2 seconds a lap on every track faster than Landy. I think... What was it? There was one endurance, or one race we did where I was literally like 10 or 15 minutes faster than him through the entire race. And he complains that I'm going through the game too quickly. No, I'm going through it at the same pace he is. My race pace is just that much faster. So comically, I'm playing the game less. You feel a racing challenge on multiplayer, I'd win. I would win. Because I'm too difficult. I play the game 2 difficulty levels above him with no driving aids. Well, depending on the car. There are some cars where I do have to turn traction control on. But yeah, I'm evil when it comes to racing challenges though, because Sim and I were playing Project Cars 2 not too long ago. And the very first race we did was 2 like little prototypes around the Nürburgring Nordschleife in the rain. And I literally at one point... Yeah, I literally at one point, well, at the end, just stopped. I just stopped on track because Sim was, I think, 1.5 minutes behind. So, so at the end, I just stopped and said, Sim, let me know when you're ready for me to finish. Just parked on the start-finish straight before the finish line. And Pedro, that challenge wasn't even difficult. You still haven't beaten me. Hello, Clay. I mean, all you have to do is a sub 11-minute lap on the Nürburgring combined endurance layout in a Mazda MX-5 Cup. You only tried it once and you ended up a minute slow. It's not that hard. You just did the bit where Sim was... Yeah, I doubt that, Sim. Because I was listening to you the entire time and you were just raging. It was genuinely hilarious listening to Sim, because he was just swearing at me constantly. Now, granted, it was a bit mean because I did actually know the track. Check Facebook. Come on, Facebook. Damn, that's not a bad idea. Gonna have to race. Possibly this week, Pedro. Possibly this week. It is healing nicely. Although I have noticed this morning that there does seem to be a slightly worrying pit in my ankle now, which wasn't there before. It's your first stream of the week? Very cool. I need to refill on silage additives. Managed to spin out an oval track against No, at the very start, Sim, that was me being a bit too generous on the throttle. And for some reason the steering wheel being pointed to the left. And then later I literally just parked it because I was being given food. Could make sense. It could, but whether or not it works is a separate matter. You haven't watched me in 2 months. Clay, you've been slacking, dude. So, believe it or not, I haven't actually taken a wrong turn here. As much as it looks like I have not. Because what I'm doing over here... Devon boys are born racers. Yeah, that's why Sim's so slow in racing games. What I'm doing is I'm picking up more silage additives, which should refill. I need to turn it off to refill them. How do the refill? This thing doesn't want to refill. Okay. I'm going to attempt this again, but now with the silage additives thing over here. So that if it's being very picky, I can at least get it. Or... that's doing nothing, okay. Come on. Am I doing something wrong here? Because that is silage additives. And I know it's silage additives. Oh, it's refilling now. Hello there. What I might do is I might get the which cheese in particular? All of them, VF. All of them, especially Gouda for some reason. Gouda is the most best cheese to dream about. $46, $47, $48, $49. 50 litres of silage additives. Hello, David Rickard and Sarah French. Cheese flavoured ice cream. That'll be disgusting, dude. Gouda is best cheese. What's PMC? Periodic manly crisps. That's what PMC is periodic manly crisps. Plymouth Motor Club. I prefer mine. Mine's better. Halloumi ice cream brigade. I've never had halloumi. I want to try it. One thing that would be nice would be goat. Like, I don't know. Would goat's cheese ice cream be nice? Asking the real questions. Yeah, Sim's never actually in Plymouth. 5:39 AM. Oh, good lord. Why are you still awake, Rob? Who made Rosewood? That was... I don't remember the full name, but I know it's Luke something or other. And it seems like he had very inexperienced testers, unfortunately. Salted caramel ice cream. That doesn't sound disgusting at all. Right, have I turned the silage additives on again? Yes, I have. Now I just need to figure out where I finished up over here. Last time, it looks like this stops suddenly over here. There we go. Down and on. And away we go. So like I said earlier, the reason that I'm doing this so slowly, relatively slowly I suppose, is so that it doesn't clog up and get jammed. It's both a nice and an unfortunate feature of this. Because it is more realistic, because you wouldn't really forage at 17 kilometers an hour, nearly 15 miles an hour. I think 6 or 7, I think this is about 7.5 miles an hour. I think this is a much more realistic speed. Hello, Delta. See you, Sambe. I think this is a much more realistic speed for doing some foraging, especially for grass. It seems like I'm having frame rate issues. I am. Why am I having frame rate issues? Interesting. I think it might be that I've got so much junk just dotted around here. Oh, that game is updating. Are you working tonight, Sim? Because I'd like to know what it's like, and I'd like you to be able to talk a bit more freely, and you can't really do that on YouTube. And I know this. Hello, Stu. How am I? I'm good. Put up your map and it'll say frame rate. Doesn't say frame rate on the map. What you're thinking about, Sam, is your ping in multiplayer. What I've actually got to do is press F2 and you can see that it's hovering in the high 50s. You haven't been on ages, what with moving house. Ooh, Mark, I hope your new house is lovely. So it's now updated and actually working. I'll need to, like, I want to know what it's like to play. And I know that you can't really talk about it in too much detail. Publicly, at least. Is there somewhere you can find my PC specs? Yes! That somewhere is right there. Assuming Nightbot wants to work today. Yes, it does want to work today. No problem at all, Stu. You didn't think it was a thing? It is. I made sure it was a thing, Monster. Because I always get asked about the specs. Yes, that is the real simulator. Do you remember when that was a thing, Sim, where you'd show up in a stream and people would be like, is that the real simulator? What do I need 32 gigs of RAM for? Honestly, Monster, rendering. It adds a lot of beef to rendering videos. So the more RAM I've got, the quicker a video will render. So if I had like 128 gigs of RAM, it'll probably render quite quickly. It also means that RAM will never ever 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 be a bottleneck in my PC. So I can bring these RAM sticks up through the next probably 2 or 3 iterations of it. Right, let's just pull the fast track in here. It's good enough. Hop into the fence, stop course play, get rid of the course. We're gonna do some manual driving here. Go check out Sib. Are you telling me to check Sim's channel out? Because I've been subscribed to him since like... What was it? 30 or 40 subscribers he had when I subscribed. And gave him a couple of shoutouts. Way back in the day. Helping him get started, and look at him now. The biggest YouTuber in the TeamSpeak. Hey, that worked surprisingly well. It's DDR3. This is... I think it's DDR4. Don't say that, it could always blow out or burn out. This is true. Who are you trying to tell to check out Sim? I hope you're not asking Sim to check your channel out. Because when people ask him to do that, he actually usually does, and it usually ends up with him making fun of the person in private. Fun fact. Alright, we're doing pretty well, I want to say here. 5 seconds time, 32 gigs of RAM blows out. I've got savings. That does not happen. You're such a bad liar, Sim. You were doing it not half an hour ago on TeamSpeak. Well, not an hour ago on TeamSpeak. You just blocked them. Yeah, but if they annoy you enough, you'll go and look at their channel and start making fun of them. You were doing it not even an hour ago on TeamSpeak, dude. Don't act like you weren't. I keep looking over at my dashboard and it looks like it's dropping, but it's not. And that's really disconcerting. Let's plant some wheat in this field, in field 10, which I do have a course for. Which hopefully it won't get confused and start driving around in circles with. Let's move with the fast track again. Simulate exposed. Not really. I think it's just a thing that we all do it when we find something that's particularly silly. Sam, you were going to church like 20 minutes ago. You're probably late at this point. But, see you, Sam. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, there's, what, 53 of you guys right in here right now? If you are if you are enjoying the stream... Mancahill, mostly, there's something that I need to get looked at. I'll have my dad have a look at it later tonight, because I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a thing or not. There's something that's concerning me still about it, but it's like 90 to 95% healed now, which is good. Have I managed to trap myself? Have I done a really stupid thing and actually trapped myself in here? No. But I think what I need to do is I need to start working on clamping this. You need an idea for an art project. Rainbow pumpkins. With the butterfly clouds. Hello, Thomas. I'm gonna start clamping that up with the telehandler, which is, of course, in a really inconvenient spot over by the cows. Actually, seeing as it is over here, we might as well not actually know. That's gonna work. You see, I have an inventive mind. It was not just 4 random words that popped into my head. Teleport? I'm not gonna teleport at him. I'm gonna drive down. I've been teleporting a bit too much. The Manitou does look good in pink, actually. Do you know what? I'm tempted to keep this Manitou after this month. Just because it looks really good in pink. And like the white flashings up the top, they actually kind of suit it. With this bit of white up here, it looks good on the pink. This is probably the best reskin I've ever done. I'll be honest. Because it doesn't look ridiculous. How's that for a shocking thought for everybody? I've done something that actually looks good. Jim. Yeah, the pink I used on the Manitou is... I think it's like a baby pink, maybe a hot pink. But like, this is the difference between doing a reskin that looks good and you've taken maybe 5 or 10 minutes to do it, and doing one in 20 seconds flat where you just paint over the existing textures. Hello Kian as well, and Bobcat. How am I? I'm good. The mirrors are pink. The mirrors are not pink. Mirrors are whatever colour it's supposed to be, black. Everything that should be red is pink. And like even keeping the oh, I missed a bit. Missed a few bits. They kind of look good in red against the pink though, because it's providing one, two, 3, 4, 5. Magic! The reflection is pink. Well, yeah, because there's a lot of pink here. You can see that. And if you look at the mirrors, they're actually grey because they're not working. You're safer if all of it teleported. Yes, but I'm not going to. I also need to set course play up here like this. Left control delete. Because I only want to clamp at the moment. Do I like cheese? Yes. What do I need for Photoshop to reskin? It is the Intel TextureWorks plugin. I did miss the axle diffuse, but I kind of think it provides a nice bit of depth, almost. It's like the axle reinforcements were done after the fact. After it was painted pink. Oh, you use the NVIDIA tools? I use Intel TextureWorks, Pedro. Can't find them, they disappear. Yes, they despawn. It's a little thing that I've known about for a while, and I abuse it periodically. If you leave the area for 5 to 10 seconds, usually the traffic will despawn. Especially if there's something that's like causing traffic to get jammed up on something, it'll usually despawn. Didn't know Intel did it. Yeah, it's I think a more up-to-date version of the NVIDIA one. It's definitely newer than the NVIDIA tools, so it'll handle potentially newer games. What's considered leaving view distance? Usually I just teleport to a random point across the map. That seems to work most of the time. You can look into it. Just look up Intel TextureWorks, Pedro. You'll find it fairly quickly. Because it's got additional tools as well when you dump it into Photoshop, and you can do... Like, I can generate normal files in 5 seconds flat, just using Photoshop itself. thanks to the NVIDIA tool, or not the NVIDIA, the Intel tools. Where do you download GE? That is downloaded from Giants Developer Network. It's the best place to download it. When's the next multiplayer? Good question. Because I have no idea. Depends on when we can herd Sim and Faye together. And myself into the same room for long enough to record a video. That's... You see, Dakota, that's not actually a feature of the game, it's exploiting a glitch. And it works in a lot of games. It used to be a thing that was done... It's actually a thing that's done very commonly in old Grand Theft Auto speedruns. I know the Grand Theft Auto Vice City speedrun uses this a lot. And it's a lot of games will only draw vehicles that you can see. So in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, if you're trying to do a speed run of it and you want a specific vehicle, you just start looking behind you, vehicles will spawn behind you, nothing will spawn in front of you. And you can get traffic to respawn like that. Very quickly and very easily. So if ever you're watching a speed run, you'll see that whoever's doing it just waving the camera around like this to try and generate new traffic. It's an old exploit that's been used in many games because it just saves on memory. Like that's all it does. It just saves on having to draw so much. It puts graphics cards under less stress. It means the game can do just that little bit more with what it's got. There's lots of little things they don't tell you. Most of the little things they don't tell you are usually things you'll find out while playing. Because a lot of the little things that I do, I say, oh, this is really easy. It's really easy, and I say it's really easy because I find out most of them while playing. For example, the way that I'm leveling this silage off, you might notice that it's actually becoming quite level. It's actually becoming smooth. That's because I'm doing it in a realistic way, which is just moving over to the left ever so slightly on every pass. So every pass is slightly further to the left than the one before it. And that means that as I'm going across, it's leveling really... It's leveling out what I've just leveled. And it's got, you know, two-wheel... It's got the time to deal with what I'm trying to do. And like, this isn't even an exploit, it's just I've figured out how the silage compaction works. Because I see so many people in multiplayer games just not really understanding it all that well and ending up with giant spikes in their silage. And then you see mine, it's I'm not going to say it's perfectly smooth, but it's at least relatively smooth. And it's because I've figured out the system. That's kind of one of the things that I do, is I figure out how systems work and how I can use them best to my advantage. And do we have any soybeans left? Because there's a great demand for soybeans. 16.18. Oh my, that's not very good at all, actually. Because Clifftop Farm has a better price. Sorry, my foot's really itchy. Like, annoyingly itchy. There we go. You know when you get those itches that are just like, oh my god, I've got to scratch this now? That was one of them. One of those itches that are so itchy that it's like almost painful. Okay, so that'll do for now. It's not fully compacted. It's, what? Oh, it is fully compacted. Whoa! There we go. Gotta go, be back later. You gotta go have dinner. Roast beef and spuds. Very nice indeed, Jack. Hope you enjoy. We've got about an hour left in the stream today, guys. So, I'm gonna say it again, if you are enjoying, feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Gonna try and get to 6,400 subscribers today, 6,400. The extra 10 is just kind of a stretch goal, I guess. Whoop! I've been pinballed. You feel my pain, yes. You're having the pork and the spuds. Very nice. Hello, Brendan Stone. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Should mention about now that if you're not enjoying the pink overlay and the pink ribbon that's appearing on the stream, you'll have to deal with it for the rest of the month. It's going nowhere. It is for good cause that I'm supporting. And while I can't give money to it, I do... Well, I could, but I can't afford to give money to it. If you can afford to, please, 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 at some point this month, donate to a breast cancer charity. Or even just a cancer charity of your choice. Because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I think it's one of the best causes you can support. You know, if you've got a bit of money going spare and you're trying to figure out and you want to donate to a charity, donate to breast cancer awareness or cancer research or even a cancer support charity, because they do amazing work for people who really do need a bit of help, because they're going through some tough times. Hello, Cornish Simmer Matty. How are you doing today? Oh, I stopped. Huh, stopped right at the corner there. So yes, I will actually talk about some serious stuff occasionally. As much as I enjoy derping about and making jokes, there's sometimes when, you know, you gotta stop with the joking and say something serious. And, I did say before I am hoping to do a charity stream. That has not stopped. I'm still hoping to do a charity stream. I have an idea on what I could do. And it depends on several things. If I do, you will get like 24 hours notice. Cornish Simmer, I would if I could. I would love to be able to donate, so I'm gonna do what I can. This one. Oh, I've blocked the bloomin' pickup. Remember I said that this thing is a blocking script? Where did I get the Forge Wagon? This is off Giant's Mod Hub, actually. It is by, I think, BM Modding, annoyingly enough, but it is the Mengele. So it was one of the first mods uploaded. Definitely one of the first of scripts. Hello, Matt. Hello, Ben Green, as well. So I accidentally derped and went around the field the wrong way that time, so oh well. What I'd like to do is... Do I not like BM modding? I don't mind them. You weren't saying for me to donate? No. It's from Stefan Morris. So this is then technically a Giants mod. I know you weren't saying for me to donate. I'm saying I would if I could. But I've got an idea on something that I could do to be just to do my part. Other than turning the entire stream pink for the month. Hello, Road Dog Games. What up? Not a whole lot. Your boy Road Dog is making a mess out of SmackDown, dude. I think we confused each other, Matty, so it's fine. I think what I'm going to do after this fill is actually I'm going to go do something else. Because otherwise this entire stream would be lifting silage, and I don't think you guys want to see that. Much as I enjoy it, I don't think Brock Lesnar's not making a mess out of Raw. I don't know, I think Raw's way better booked than SmackDown at the moment. Because I mean, at least the Raw champion is believable. You could believe that Brock Lesnar could beat pretty much anybody up. Because the booking with him has been at least consistent over the past, what, 5 or 6 years? Or however many years he's been back. $99, 100, and I think we're going to stop on silage for now. Come back to this at a later date. How's my ankle? Mostly okay. There's a concerning little dip in it now that I don't think was there before. So I am slightly concerned by that, but you know, other than that, I'm good. Silage additives are now down to 34 litres, by the way, and the blades are being used up 6.41%. I will eventually have to change the blades on this, and I'm wondering if I'll ever get to that point, because I've never got to the point where I've needed to change the blades before. So naturally, I don't actually know how to do it. I've never seen anybody even replacing the blades on this thing. Which is why I'm using it so much, as I'd like to be able to get to the point where the blades need replacing. It doesn't sound good. I only noticed it this morning, and I was like poking and prodding, and something doesn't feel right. Something feels like it might have slipped out of place, which is very concerning because my ankle's no longer sore, so it might have healed like that. And that's the most concerning thing, is if it's healed in a bad way, then if I go to the doctor, it's going to have to be re-injured to fix it. Hello, Leaky. I think is your name how that's pronounced, or Lee K? Possibly? Dang it! So let's empty this, and we can't. I was going to try and drop the forage wagon in here, but I can't, so I'm going to have to wait for it to empty up. I'm dying. I'm not dying. At most, I'm in mild discomfort right now. Not actual pain anymore, which is good. Nice driving there. Of course it was nice driving. It was me. Hello, Ribs the Pagan. This is empty, so I'm just gonna. Actually gonna leave it in the silage pit, just so that I can grab it as when I need to next time. And what we're gonna do is come out of this the wrong way, almost to the car immediately, and head back to the yard because there is some spraying to be done. There's some fertilizing and some spraying and some upkeep to be done on the fields. You've been doing silage all day on Thornton. I really enjoy doing grass silage like that, but I do know that, you know, people can get bored very easily with things that I find relaxing. Because the relaxing stuff is the really, really slow, repetitive stuff. Because I can just kind of stop thinking. How long have I been going? I've been going for just over an hour now, Oliver. Driving the wrong side of the road, that's the way. Well, I came out of the thing the wrong way too. Right. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab the sprayer. which is parked up somewhere where I can't remember where it's parked. I could use the 3000 with the sprayer. There's the big one. Could use the 3000 in that sprayer, but people don't look at how long it... Well, YouTube's very rough with how long, like, streaming, since it'll just say an hour. Is Landy streaming tonight? I believe so. Actually, yes he is. He is, because I was talking to him just before the stream and he told me what his plans are. And I said mine are exactly the same. Welcome back, Pedro. So my plan for the evening is pretty identical to Landy's. Except instead of watching his stream, I'm going to be going and recording some West Coast. I believe... I don't think he minds me saying that he will be streaming on West Coast as well. And then going to record West Coast immediately afterwards. Because both of us are about as organised as any YouTuber ever is, which is to say, we don't have videos ready for tomorrow. So we both kind of have to record tonight, and get it all sorted out tonight, and deal with nonsense, and do all that kind of stuff. That kind of hit into the tree. It's hit into the tree and got stuck. Come on, be nice. There we go. Everything's falling off your desk. If everything started falling off my desk, there would be many, many things for me to pick up. Because my desk is always just full of random junk. Hello, Luke. You haven't been around for a little while. Dave is a messy git. This is true, Pedro. This is very true. Although I do plan on, if I can get some time, and I'm thinking I will, I do plan on giving my room a quick tidy out this week. That's something that desperately needs to be done. If I can get it tidied, I can keep it tidy. I've said this the last 6 times that I've tidied, but this time I mean it. Ah, Mini VF has managed to get their hands on VF's keyboard. Lots of work and very little internet. Yeah, it sounds fun, Luke. Hello again, Jack. Welcome back. You can always tell when Mini VF has managed to get their hands on VF's keyboard because he just starts typing absolute nonsense as opposed to the utter nonsense he usually types. I like to believe that now Mini VF has actually grabbed VF's keyboard and is holding it close to them. Well, VF desperately tries to get it off them. He makes a lot of great streams. That's true. But, it just means that you appreciate the streams you get to see, just like everyone. Dave's there. Martin Morley, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. For anybody wondering, that GIF is actually Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters and Nirvana fame. I was looking up, like, I think it was Fabulous Dave or something, and I found that, and I was just like, yes, that is the perfect GIF for me. Hello, John Deerlover. Martin, feel free to type in chat as well if you want to. I know that might be a bit intimidating, but everybody here is friends. Except Pedro. Pedro's just kind of there annoying people. So how many likes is the stream on at the moment, guys? Because I can't check. There's no way for me to check, so I need you guys to let me know the number. Something that should be on the YouTube dashboard, but isn't. Which is really annoying. 56? Awesome. I was going to say let's get up to 50, so we've passed that at least. Let's see if we can get up to... how long's left? Do you know what? I'm going to be greedy. Let's see if we can get up to 100. I'm going to be really, really greedy. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream. That'd be awesome. I know it's not going to happen, but it'd be awesome if it did. Oh no! I've just looked at XSplit. I have dropped frames. I have encoded 128,000 frames and dropped 8. Rest in pieces, those 8 frames that got dropped. I don't even know how I dropped just 8. Just 8. Like, it's usually a multiple of 30. How do you gwet? You gwet by gwetting? True fact, gwet is the 4th word in the English language. Oh, Farmer Jack. How do you get rid of the collisions on the poles on West Coast? You go into GE and you can figure it out from there because it's very, very easy. Here's a hint. They're regarded by farm sim as rigid bodies. You don't need to untick rigid body, but you do need to do something within rigid body. Your next 2 days off, Curtis? Awesome. How's Dave today? Dave is good today. He is also mildly concerned about the pit that's appeared in his ankle. I get the feeling it might actually have been dislocated. Yeah, is it attributes or user attributes? Gonna need some water because I'm feeling a bit dehydrated. This, by the way, is why I've got cruise control working 90% of the time. Is it attributes? Okay. The funny thing is, I don't actually know which window things appear in GE, I just know where they appear. I don't keep track of the names of what, what window has what. You only have college class? Very nice, Curtis. You want to check now? You might want... yeah, you probably should. Because when I give GE advice, I don't know the names of the windows. I'll just say, oh yeah, it's in this. Well, where's that? It's on the left, it's on the right hand side of my screen. Hello, Stephen Hughes. By the way, that's how I use GE, I've got everything set up in a predetermined manner. And I just know where it appears on my screen. So, if there's something that I don't normally do, I'll usually have an idea of where I need to go. It can be anywhere on my screen. That's what I mean, yeah, it can be anywhere on my screen. Why is my channel name RainbowDave? Because my name is Dave and I am a rainbow. You have all the windows on a separate screen, so you have a clean working window. Yeah, like, it's personal preference where the windows are. What time is Lanny streaming? It'll be at 7 PM BST. He'll be streaming immediately after Melee, so if you want to hang around, I'll be... Actually, Monster, could you get Friday's video ready? Because that hasn't done well. Pedro with his fancy multiple screens. Yeah, look at Pedro with its triple monitor setup. I've only got duals, so I have everything on one screen. And then like a video or something playing on the second screen. But I think tonight is the night that I get back into GE. Because I like genuinely get annoyed if I want to get one screen. Oh, there's wrestling on tonight too, so I can have that up on the second screen. Fan dabby doozy. You do try to fancy. Yes, you do. With your reinforced chair because you're so fat. Hello, Dusty Dave. I'm not even kidding. Pedro's chair is actually reinforced so that he can sit on. Which on Upton or West Coast? West Coast was Friday, Monster. The Upton's been kind of demonetized, so I don't want to push that one as much. I've yet to actually work on the logo for Penberlin Ultimate as well. Or sorry, Penberlin Deluxe. Reinforced because yeah, because you're so fat, Pedro.
Hello, Dave.
So nice
Dave.
Jason Lee, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Looking for fertilizer? Yep. That. Oh, I'm running low. The Fent has finished work. I'll get Courseplay to stop in a soonish. You're not actually fat. Says the person with the reinforced chair. Just gonna let that sit there. You're slim. If you were slim, you wouldn't be breaking chairs as much. They get a lot of views. So you're fat and lazy, Pedro. Glad to see you're willing to admit it. I'm fully expecting to get abusive messages from Pedro later. No, yes. It's very rich for me. I'm allowed to say it. It takes one to know one. Plus, I'll have you know, Matt, that I'm usually working on stuff when I'm sat on my fat ass all day. I say that I've been doing very little actually recently, as little as I can get away with. I've been having a lazy week, or 3. But it's time to start getting back into actually doing some work, which, yeah, kind of sucks, but it's gotta be done. I think it's also time that I started doing some other things too. So expect to see a few minor changes on the channel in the coming, hopefully, week, actually. A couple of ideas I'd like to work on. One of which will be very different from what I usually do. Because I noticed something, when was it, last week, that interested me. I like cheese and chicken, yes, and spaghetti bolognese and curries. So if I can get a cheesy chicken bolognese curry, that'd be awesome. With spaghetti and rice, but it has to be egg fried rice. Right, I need to refill this thing because there are still fills to be done. Also, I know that in reality you wouldn't probably drive around with this thing folding up, but Do you know, I'm only driving to the end of the field, so it's fine. Alright, let's get this refilling. Egg fried rice with a curry. Yes. That is the best way to have chicken curry. Or a Thai green chicken curry. Like Cantonese style curry is really nice with egg fried rice. Thai green curry is delicious with egg fried rice. Although you can't really taste much once the curries actually hit you with the Thai green. Especially the ones with the Chinese that I usually go to, because oh my god, that is blow your face off kind of curry, which is delicious. Did I must have plowed field 11. So we are doing really well with fields now. We're after expanding, I'm gonna say significantly expanding the farm. Egg fried rice is nice on its own. I will sometimes get like microwavable egg fried rice. I know it's disgusting, but I'll just make up a pouch of egg fried rice and eat that on its own because it's delicious. You can make fun of me all you want for that, but it's true. Also, there is still a bit of canola left in the field here, so I might grab the Telander and pick that up at some point. I might bring the... yeah, I might bring the Massey down. The 675, because that can handle some canola, surely. I'd like to think it could, at the very least. Just gonna move my mic real quick, because it does seem like I'm a bit quiet. There we go. Much better. So I'm almost done with seeding again, which is good. I'm gonna seed up field 11 needs seeding yet. Is that an optical illusion or is there a bump there? Do I have a Massey 8700? I do not. I don't think. Not on this map anyway. No, I don't on this map. I think I've got a modded one somewhere. Why am I called RainbowDave Gaming? Because I am RainbowDave and this is gaming. Ta-da! Need to get some veg for dinner. You don't need vegetables for dinner, Pedro. You just need meat and potatoes. You'll be fine. Maybe a couple of carrots. Hello, Piran. I'm just gonna scoot through the hedge here because it's gonna be just a little bit faster. Field 11 will be saved up here, and there's a plough course. Fan dabadoozy. Where is start point's gonna be way off up here. I'm gonna seed in this field some canola. And is this going to be a course that'll behave? It'll behave!
Hello, Dave! That Dave! Dave there!
Jacob Brown, hello. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. By the way, the green thing up in the top right hand corner, that's just as much for my reference as it is for just giving people who've subscribed and donated and stuff an extra long little shout out, because normally, fun fact, I can't actually see the names of people who are subscribing, so I need to make that bigger. And I just haven't been bothered yet. Right. What can I do with the fast track right now? I think one of the best things I could do is if I can find it. Where did I park it? If I can find the grain trailer, which should be somewhere nearby. Where is the grain trailer? I'd like to sell off the remaining 20,000, well, 20 more thousand litres of soybeans to Clifftop Farm, but where is the grain trailer is the next question. If it's too far away, I'm just going to reset it. It is almost... oh, I remember where I put it now. See you, Jacob. I'll be streaming again Wednesday, I want to say I'll be streaming for sure. Small possibility of Tuesday, although odds are if I'm streaming Tuesday, it'll be on a different channel. I'm getting into one of those moods where that channel's going to be brought back up again and be a regularish feature in my week. I'm just streaming for the sake of streaming on there. Dang it. Come on. Off we go. We want soybeans. How much is wheat currently worth? Little Wool Hope has 821. Actually a good price. I might sell some wheat too. But I'm definitely going to head off to Clifftop Farm, which... Oh, is that the really awkward one to get to? It is the really awkward one to get to. Hurrah! Gonna head off to Clifftop with this load of soybeans first. This doesn't have a cover, so I can't cover it up. So sorry people who are going to insist that I cover up the grain, I can't. There is no way of me doing that, so deal with it. So this is going to be a nice little drive around the map. And I'm probably going to find at least one bit of traffic that's just making no sense whatsoever, so it'll be interesting to say the least. I get the feeling people are migrating to a different stream at the moment, or somebody's uploaded a video that people are watching. But that's fine. Chat is very, very quiet though. Chat people, talk to me. You're very, very quiet today, chat. You're playing Mad Max. Well, that's a good reason to be quiet. I would imagine that most of the people in chat are just in-game. Dusty Dave just screaming to try and wake chat up. Why don't I use course by course the different sell points so I don't have to drive? Because then I wouldn't have to do anything. Well, it was nice today. Was it? I was asleep most of the day. Is football on? They might be watching that. Yeah, I suppose. But who's gonna do the honor? It was Monster. Monster won that race. The maturity is strong in some people. Land, if you go onto their channel page, you can insta-ban them from your chat before they even start. So go onto their channel page and just go to the, I think it's the About section, you can block them immediately. Landy could expect it in this stream if he doesn't block them. Which he can do before the stream even begins. Because that's a fun little thing we can do, is we can preemptively ban people. If we know about their channels in advance. What GAA team do I support? Tipperary. And oddly enough, London and New York, because I'd love to see them doing well at some point. I think it'd be hilarious to see, like, New York or London win the All-Ireland. Yeah, those trolls tend to backfire fairly quickly on themselves, because I don't think they realise we can preemptively ban. How much money do I have in the game save? 51,809. And Max, fun fact, that those notifications are up there intentionally so that you can't see the money if I need to do creative money for a stream or two. Plus, there's not much real estate. It's going to be, you know, they'd be covering up something regardless. I think that's one of the better places to have them. I know Landy doesn't use them himself, but I think they're a good way of showing an extra thanks and potentially encouraging more people to subscribe, seeing as they can see that you get your name on the screen for a bit. It's been an issue. That great feeling when you're driving a tractor and a big trailer full of corn, the wheel snaps and the trailer tips over. Oh, fun. What's Dave having for dinner? Food? I have no idea. The fun of my life. I have no idea what I'm having for dinner any given day. Unless I'm cooking, in which case it's usually going to be microwaved X, Y, or Z. Or noodles. Sometimes I'll just make double noodles. Which, for those of you who don't know what double noodles are, it's when you take a packet of super noodles and a second packet of super noodles of the same flavour, put them both into a pot at the same time, put the water in, you cook them up, and that's double noodles. It's actually pretty much a meal in itself. It's quite nice. That's called being fat. This is also true, Landy. But being fat does include experimenting with food and creating new things. So technically, I am a chef. It's called fusion cooking. I fuse 2 different packets of super noodles into being one big bowl of noodles. We're gonna soft the wheat as well. You having a roast dinner? Very nice. I very rarely have roast dinners now. We could probably... What fields don't we have here? We could probably buy field 5. I've just thought and link up pretty much the entire farm here. We could also buy possibly field 12. Probably after this. Although I think field 5 would be a better purchase just for linking. It's called being a scientist. This is true. How does it make me feel? It makes me feel like a fat ass. As I am. You have purple mashed purple. Look, they're not supposed to be purple. They're supposed to be like beige. You know, the most boring of the colors. Why purple? That's really confused me. Have you like... There are purple potatoes. Why? Why are there purple potatoes? Best food is a spoonful of Nutella. No, Nutella on toast. That is delicious because the Nutella like melts into the toast and then you get Nutella toast. And it is delicious and it is beautiful and nobody can judge me for eating that. Right. It's getting to the point where I think if we get another 2 fields, being fields 5 and 12, there is such a thing as purple potatoes. I don't doubt that. But why somebody decided to grow potatoes that are purple, I do not know. Oh, that's the wrong way. Gonna need new tires riding about. Oh, are we gonna start the ridiculous Dave, why are you using 4x4 and diff locks constantly thing? Let's because I've got excessive money and can afford the new tires every 3 weeks. It's fine. Just deal with the fact that I've got 4-wheel drive and diff locks on it so that I don't get stuck because I'm a terrible driver. There we go. Turn off 4-wheel drive and diff locks just to appease Aaron. What did you even link, Dan? Am I gonna have to tab out and look at this? I'm gonna have to tab out and look at this. What did you link? They look rotten! They look like they've gone off! Ah! I wouldn't eat those! I wouldn't go anywhere near those potatoes! Ugh! Ugh. Why did somebody decide that was a good idea? It's only a matter of time before somebody starts making purple crisps as a direct result. They look like there's something just very, very badly wrong with them. So I think we'll buy field 5 for... oh. That was the most convenient crash I've had in a long time. Because, ridiculously, the crash stopped the tractor from flipping. They're already out there. Of course there are. They are. Of course they are. How much is this field? 39,000? Done. If this field is only going to cost 39 grand, then of course I'm going to buy it. Right, off we go with the... Realism is key. Off we go with the... Harvester. There we go. Okay. That was decidedly different. I'm gonna harvest up field 5 because it's there. And the harvester's not going to fit through that gate. Then we'll figure out something else to do, I think. Tomorrow's video, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Because of course I don't. Excuse me, Lada, that was rude. Also, this needs to be cleaned. There we go, it's cleaned. As if by magic. Have I parked the fast track in the worst possible place for me to try and get anything in here? I think the answer is yes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bing. And of course old McDonald starts playing. Nice thing is when a farmer calls constantly for you to go harvest corn when you show up. He's like, sorry bro, I did it myself. Why did you go? Yeah. Let's get Captain Noisy out. We'll use this as a header shuttle. If I press the right button for once. It's a nice combine. It's on Mod Hoster if you're interested in giving it a download. It's the case or the New Holland CX8000 series. It's not the one from the Mod Hub. The header trailers are the Cochet header trailers. They're on Landy's mod list. I might go through someday and make my mod list up again. But the issue is it's going to be literally hours trying to figure it all out. So, I mean, I've paid for my website for the next year or so, so I might as well get a mod list going again. Have some useful website. One of your tractors? Do you have one of these in real life, Jim? Do you actually have a Zetter, what was it? 12045 in real life? Because if you do, that's awesome. Just ignore the fact that I'm bullying it into submission. And driving through the crops, for that matter. They're the most noisy tractors ever. Yes! That thing, when I downloaded it first, and if you download it yourself, has the sound set at like 150%. Which is a bit loud. So loud, in fact, that I had to turn down the game volume the first time I tried it, because nobody could actually hear me talking over it. So that's a very, very muted Zetter. Intentionally so. For kind of usability reasons. And I sent it to Fahy too. So Fahy does have his Zetter. His crystal. Used to drive a 7245 with a quick loader. Oh, that's cool, dude. You've been in hospital, you broke a collarbone. Henry, you seem to be the most unlucky person in the world. Because aren't you the person with the... If I'm remembering correctly, of course. You are the person that has the collapsing chair. It's like a whining sound more than a grunt. Oh dear. That's your... Yes. Henry, you need to wrap yourself in bubble wrap. Like, seriously. Because I thought I was unfortunate with my weird ankle issue, despite me never really walking too much. Out of sheer laziness, might I add. Dan, you're not too far wrong. Zetter is one of my favourite brands. I do like my Eastern European tractors. Hello, Farming Simulator 2017 as well. Like, as much as I enjoy ripping on Eastern European equipment because it looks weird, I love it because it looks weird. It's so ridiculously agricultural. Like, you can see just by looking at it what it's intended to do. That's something kind of beautiful. Because, I mean, most modern tractors, you don't get that utilitarianism in them. They're built to be whatever they need to be. You know, they're built to be multi-purpose, and in most cases quite fast now. The header of this thing is not agreeing with the ground, by the way. Which is why I'm kind of going a bit everywhere. I might need to get, comically, a smaller combine for this field. Who's playing football today? Not me. Is that a whining sound since you bought it? Is it like a turbo whine or a transmission whine? I wouldn't complain if you did, Dave. And neither would Fahy, actually. Modern tractors are purpose-built, not built for multiple purposes. Well, they are built for multiple purposes. They're built to... Like, there are Russian tractors that you see that are built for ploughing. And they're clearly built just to plough. This one, I would say, is probably a bit more of a utility tractor. A bit more suited to everything, but, I mean, the cooling system is effectively the engine's exposed. You know, that's as basic as you can get with cooling. And then you look at the combine here and it's like, oh, everything's covered up and we've got a nice design on it. And it's not very utilitarian looking. Definitely a little turbos. Probably could well be the transmission's a bit wonky in it, Jim. It could also be the case, as ridiculous as it sounds, that there could be a C cylinder in the engine. So unless you've had the engine rebuilt or looked at, there could be some sort of maintenance to be constant. Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't use seasons. Is like it's great for doing it single player or with it's very boxy and angular. Yeah, that's what I think a tractor should look like. Is like boxy, angular, and just kind of. Well, we made this out of sheet metal because it was cheap. Not the modern ones that are fiberglass everywhere because, well, that is cheap. But it's not as hard wearing as sheet metal. You just painted sheet metal will probably last longer than fiberglass, especially in a crash, where the repairs will probably hit it with a hammer and then paint over it again. Whereas the fiberglass, you pretty much got to take the entire panel off and replace the entire panel. But this header's catching on the ground, and that's getting really annoying. You can see it doing it just there. Like, I kind of wish I was using the wheel and farm some had force feedback, because that'd probably pull the wheel pretty hard. Have I seen that? Yes, I did. I think the tractor he put it in was a 135 or an OT20. They didn't modernize tractors the same way as cars, pickups would be farming soon. I'm not saying tractors didn't need to be modernized. I'm saying the looks didn't need to be. Like, I'd much prefer to see modern tractors be boxy and angular like that Zetter over very round and pointlessly aerodynamic. I said the brakes weren't great, but still run. That's the main thing, I suppose. Hello, Brad. Like, I have no issues with tractors getting more powerful and being able to do more things. It's the looks that I have an issue with. Who's Landian? Does it matter, Nate? In fact, I'd argue he's probably not, because I've just looked at the time and we are running very, very short. We'll be finishing up in a moment. Because Landy will be starting up in probably a minute's time, I would guess. So I'll be finishing up rather soon. Oh, he is in! You're not getting ready to stream, Landy, seeing as it's 5-2. Are you like me, where you've actually been getting ready to stream for the last few minutes and you've forgotten like 3 things and now you're rushing to do them, so double check everything. He will be streaming, Nate. He streams on the weekends when he's in the UK. Yeah, when you're going Mach Turtle up the side of a hill, aero's the most important thing in the world. Like that. That's the thing I don't understand about modern tractors, is like they've got all these features that are clearly to be aerodynamic. But they go so slowly that the aerodynamics don't really have an effect. Because I look at them and most of the aerodynamics will have an effect, yes. But probably at like 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, it'll start getting noticeable. So it's kind of like, why did you bother doing this? You know, it's kind of, sort of dumb and pointless, if I'm being completely blunt. The looks of modern tractors. You know, I'd much prefer a Fast Track 2140 that's effectively a box with 140 horsepower over a Fast Track 8000, which is a spaceship with 300 horsepower. How much does a Fast Track 8000? I'm just going to fill up the combine, then look at the Fast Track 8000, see how many horses it has. But I prefer the 2140, the boxmobile, that can go 50 odd miles an hour. With 140 horses over something with 3,000, 280 horsepower that has pointless aerodynamics. And honestly, New Holland, in case New Holland is the worst, because what's the point of this giant loopy thing on the 7 series here? You know, the Star Terrace has it, the New Holland T7 has it, the Case Optum has it. That's pointless. Deutz are kind of okay, because they've got a really kind of a boxy look, but it still looks ridiculous. Then you have Massey Ferguson just being like, we're tractors. Even the T8 has this ridiculous swoop. And now looking at things, like the only tractor that's really still boxing angular is the Case Quad Track. And I talk boxing and angular if I can find it. This is a good example, the 7710, 7810. The old Masseys. This is surprisingly rounded, but this is a ZR 4911. There's the boxmobile, the Fast Track 2140. New Holland 11090, aka Fiat 11090. Adrian Newey working with tractor makers to find the extra downforce needed. Exactly. John Deere's even have kind of aerodynamic bits, because I mean, look at the 8R, it's very rounded. It's still very boxy actually, looking at it now. But there's still pointless aerodynamics. What's with this swoop in the 6R series? You know, Case are just ridiculous, because it's like, oh, we've got a rounded nose. That's about it. Then you have Lamborghini who are just like, oh, that's why the Lamborghini has a ridiculous nose. It's the Deutz 7 Series nose. You have Lamborghini Deutz, which are just like, oh, it's got a nose. Jezebella 1, 2, 3, 4. You're kind of arriving at a bad time. I'm just picking on all the tractors in the game. Landy's live. Thank you, Matthew. So these two here, Agrostar 661 and Case 1455. These are tractors. Zetter's tractor-ish. Hurleman looks ridiculous. Proper tractor here, and then you've got the bloomin' rocket ship here, the Lindner, which makes no sense whatsoever. Like, of all the tractors in the game, this is the most ridiculous. Actually do some farming, please. Henry, I won't, because I'm actually going to end the stream right here. I'm actually finishing up. That's why I was doing a little chat about what I think tractors should look like. They should look more like this and less like whatever this is supposed to be. In my eyes. Because this, you know, you can tell this is supposed to be used on a farm and be rough and ready, and this looks like a spaceship. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button as you're going, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back tomorrow with a video on the West Coast. I don't know what I'm going to do. Might be actually working on silage again, or something like that. 7810 still your favorite. 7810 is beautiful looking, to be fair. in terms of what a tractor should look like in my eyes. That is going to do it for today. Monster and whoever else wants to can spam Friday's video link into chat. Tom and Keen, you are very late indeed. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.